Hi, Beck Mack here, and I am still in King George Square, and we're still at the community rally that is about the letters that were sent out by the LNP Council about the resumption of people's homes. And I'm with one of these residents who received one of these letters. Felicity, Meakin, how are you?
Hi, Beck. Oh, a bit stressed, actually. Yeah.
So this is shocking. There's a lot of people here who've come along to hear what's happened and are in a state of disbelief. Can you tell us what it felt like when you received those letters, that letter?
Yeah, the first letter that we received was absolutely devastating. I mean, first of all, we had to figure out what it meant through all of the council jargon. And then we realised that, in fact, our houses were being specified and therefore going to be bulldozed with the 2026 deadline. We were absolutely stressed beyond words.
Terrifying and shocking and just out of nowhere. And so, from what I'm understanding, the process to obtain information has been absolutely fraught as well. Has that been the case?
Yeah, absolutely. So there was a website that was in the initial letter, and we could all go to the website, phone up numbers, try and talk to people. You can imagine right across Brisbane, 15,000 people trying to call a single hotline, and also just receiving pat emails back from the council telling us we had nothing to worry about. In fact, just increased and ratcheted up our stress levels.
And each of those 15,000 letters, like, there's a human story behind it, like yourself. Like, can you tell us about your home? Like, what is it you love about it? How long have you been there?
Yeah, I love my home. I've only lived there for 2 years, but it's the first home that I've actually owned, which is just such a fabulous feeling. I'm a real gardener. I've done a lot to the garden, and it's a thing that gives me solace every time, you know, I come home from work or I've had a hard day. It's really my home. I'm living at the moment within riding distance from where I work, on a fabulous bus route, and I just don't want to move. I love my home.
Yeah. And it seems crazy that there's all these other really obvious options. Can you talk about a little bit about that?
Yeah, so first of all, in 2018, Kurilpa Futures put out a fabulous document which outlines parklets for all around the West End area, so lots of fabulous options there. There's also houses that have been flooded many times down by the river, people who can't rent their houses, can't insure them, who would actually probably be very interested in the sort of conversation the council wants to have. There's a house recently just near on Archibald Street that got burnt down. So there are so many options. And not only that, but there's options across the road on the west side of Montague Road where the population density is and is projected to rise. So surely it makes so much more sense to put the green space there.
It's infuriating. And finally, what do you want from the LNP Council now?
We really want for the specific locations, so our houses have been specified, we want them to be unspecified. That's what we really want to see. We also don't want to see anyone else's houses being specified, and we want green spaces in the right places, and existing homes are not those places.
Thank you so much for coming down, and we're going to make it happen. Don't you worry. You've got the whole community with you, and that's what this is about. So stay tuned and sign the petition. I'll put a link in the interview below. Thank you.